An LA Times op-ed by Democratic strategist Kurt Bardella. If Taylor Swift wants revenge against her haters, here's a good bet. Imagine if Swift announced even a handful of relatively modest acoustic concerts in the swing states, Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, where the price of admissions was proof that you were registered to vote. Voter registration booths would be set up in front of the venue. Swift's real power lies in her influence, young, female, suburban, Democratic women. The exact demographic Biden needs to turn out to win in November. And the aforementioned Kurt Bardella is with us now. You really think she's going to do this? Come on.
You know, I wouldn't put it past her. This is someone that we know. If you push her, if you come for her, if you attack her,
she'll write a song about you. She's not going to do free concerts.
She does revenge, okay? She does revenge. If you were a country music program director who might have gotten a little too handsy, she sues you. If you try to lock up her recordings, she will re-record her own recordings and release them, and they will go platinum. I just wouldn't put it past her to do something to get back at all the vitriol that's been directed her way.
All right, so revenge is a dish best served cold. Some of the people who attended Eras concerts, major cities, key swing states, 210,000 in Atlanta, 120,000 in Detroit, 140,000 in Glendale, Arizona, 200,000 in Philly, 138,000 in Vegas, and in Ohio, 100,000 went to see her in Cleveland. If half of those people vote, that's more than enough to change.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen in the last election, in these swing states, the margins were so narrow, where getting 10, 20,000 people out to vote that may not have participated in the last election or who may be thinking about sitting out this election, that could be a needle mover. A Harvard poll recently showed that almost half of the voters who are 18 to 24 who voted in 2020 are thinking of not voting in 2024.
Okay, fair enough. But we've been down this road before, right? In 2020, she did the voter registration post on Instagram, got a bunch of people, fine, and she endorsed Joe Biden in 2020. I didn't hear anybody talking about the significance of Taylor Swift's endorsement. She was a big deal back then. Are we overstating her influence just a little bit?
I think that anybody who can get with a single post on social media 35,000 people to register to vote, that's pretty powerful. What we saw from Taylor was a typical celebrity endorsement in 2020. I'm going to endorse you. You can use my name for some fundraising, but I'm not going to actively be out there doing anything one way or the other.
So why not say the price to admission to your acoustic concerts that I'm sure you'd be happy to promote and get in on? Why would it not be, hey, you have to have early voted?
Hey, I'm all for. I think that's a great idea. I think that's taking it to a whole nother. I didn't even think of that, actually. That's elevating it to a whole new level. Early voting, proof early voting, you get to come in too. I'm all for that.
You think Democrats are perhaps staking a little bit too much on Taylor Swift at this point? If you're focusing your success in the 2024 elections on a singer?
Well, I think that with the run-up to the Super Bowl, with all the attention, I mean, I think the right were the ones who really elevated this Taylor Swift conversation much broader than it needed to be. They're insistent attacking on her, which I don't understand why you would do that. I don't see what the win is there for Republicans. So I think they are the ones who opened the door for Democrats and the left to really elevate this.
Oh, and Democrats have walked through the door. Good to see you, my friend.
You too.
As always, thank you.